What is up, Ham Radio? Kilo Echo 8 Papa Zoo November, the Ham Radio Adventure Guy. Thanks for stopping by. Your one stop for everything Adventure Radio. It is Hump Day. Time for the Hump Day Happy Hour. Some great music, a little bit of radio talk, and a whole lot of fun. Before we get started, as always, we're going to thank the Patreons because they're absolutely awesome. And man, it's getting closer and closer and closer to time where we get to hang out in Orlando. That's going to be a bunch of fun as always. Also, a big shout out to the YouTube members, green in the chat or blue if they are a moderator, and the ever changing board with no changes. Dan gets to be lazy.
That's right.
What's up, Dan?
Man, what's up, everybody? Happy Hump Day. It is middle of the week. We are on the down turn to the weekend before Christmas. I'm excited. Whiskey One, Whiskey Charlie, YouTube said was first in the chat with a Hump Day. Daryl was next. Kilo Oscar 4, Sierra X-Ray Hotel. Georgia Parks and Propagation. Everybody, Ron Chris, Alpha Echo 4, X-Ray Oscar. Toby was next. Alpha Delta 2, Charlie Delta. The Hillbilly Ham is here. KE6GAE. Kent Kilo 9 Alpha Echo Echo. Oh Tata is here. Says happy birthday, Terry. How you doing? K4 OTT. And the birthday boy himself. Kilo 8.
Golf Quebec.
He's wearing his tutu today, as always. Gene McPhee from Killeen, Texas. Always good to have you, buddy. Always good to have you in here, buddy. N3XUS. Mike, 88KB. What is up? Dad is here. Kilo Delta 9 Uniform Victor Kilo. That's him. Scott, what's up, buddy? N2TKT. Kenny Adams is here. Kilo Charlie 5 Mike Juliet Echo. Chris K2PTC. What is up? Patrick is in. Is the frequency in use? KY4AX. Yes, dummy. The frequency is in use. Good to see you, buddy. Jason KQ4GPT. Howdy. Martini's here, listening to Easy E. Cruising down the street in my 6-7. She's here. Whiskey Delta 4, Juliet. Mike. Liz is here. That's Romeo 8. Echo Romeo Whiskey. Good to have you. Alan's here. AC4HI. Chris, Whiskey 8 Oscar X-Ray. Merry Christmas to you too, heathen. Read AB8AS. Good evening. And some more filter in here as they get the notifications on their devices. If you don't get a notification on your device, hit the like and subscribe below. Hit the bell notification. It doesn't cost you a dime, and we have fun. James, how's your week been so far?
Cold.
Yeah.
It actually warmed up pretty nice today, but not enough to unfreeze the water here. So we're still without water. Hopefully it's supposed to warm back up again a little bit tomorrow. And rain. So hopefully we'll have water tomorrow. We'll see. But
you thought about going out there with a blowtorch?
Well, I'll tell you, is the line froze at the house? No, it froze somewhere between the house and the top of that mountain over there. So
that sucks.
If you want to come out here with a blowtorch and do some soda to torching.
The Fox is here. What's going on? Kilo Oscar 4. Foxtrot X-Ray or Kilowatt Ocean 4 Florida X-Ray. Good to have you. And check this out. N4TRD his special somebody. KR4 IGN, the general now. Congratulations. Looking forward to making contact with you on the air. Chris is here as well. Whiskey Zero. Charlie Golf. Charlie, what's up, buddy?
Which now Josh was out there working on it, and he was trying to reroute it to where we could get some. So he may have got that fixed by now. I don't know. We may have water by the time I'm done. If so, it'll be great because I need to wash clothes.
Yeah,
but
you wash them drawers.
I've still got plenty of those. I'm running out of shirts.
Well, shirts are, I mean, you can wear those multiple days, you know?
Yeah, you can, but I stream every single day, so I don't wear a shirt multiple days because
Uh,
then people's gonna be like, he was wearing that yesterday.
See, I can wear the same shirt every week, and
he's-
people would just think that's just a shirt he picks every week.
Yeah, that's his Wednesday shirt.
Right? See?
Right.
That's right.
But that don't happen when you stream every single day.
Yeah, that's true.
Uh,
The Fox is in Hawaii. Maybe he'll grab a park or two over there. If you see him spotted, try to get him aloha and mahalo.
oh, well, it won't be long, and I'll be warm. Not Hawaii warm, but I'll be warm. Couple more weeks, and I'll be in the Florida. So
Every day we're inching closer, and I'm getting more excited by the day.
may have multiple. Well, the thing is, I do have multiple of some shirts.
Yep.
I've still got a few more, but
yeah, our Marine Outfit and 5 Sarah Mike is in Korea. Yeah, Kevin's over in Korea for a couple of weeks.
I don't know if it's warm there, so I'm not going there.
I don't know.
I'm only wanting to go warmer because it's cold. I did a 14 degrees satellite pass the other night, and I'm not saying it was a 14-degree pass. I'm saying it was 14 degrees outside. Yeah. So today when I did my satellite pass and it was like 41, I was in heaven. So
no, he's not taking the train down to Florida. He's been same thing as last year and the year before. About 2 years ago, Brian, we banned him from trains. You remember?
He says that, but man, I was looking there. Do you know that you can take a train from Tampa to Seattle?
How much?
Oh, I don't know. There's only two exchanges. So you ride from Tampa to DC, which is the train that I take.
Yeah.
Anyway, to go to West Virginia, and you ride from DC to Chicago, which is the other train I take that goes to West Virginia. And then from Chicago, you get on another one, and it goes out to Seattle area.
How long does the trip take you, though? Do you know?
I think it was 70 some hours.
Wow. Crazy.
Which would be fine if you were in a room.
Yeah, you definitely need a room.
Yeah, I would want a room. The problem would be that would be a room on three different trains.
Yeah, sounds like the path that the Postal Service sends some of these packages we've been looking at.
Listen, you ain't got to tell me that. I can't figure out the Postal Service whatsoever. Mac Air with.
Does it have an Intel chip in it, or the Apple Silicon? One of the two. I can't remember which one. Somebody else can chime in that knows better because I'm not really big on Apple. You can run Polo on one of those architectures. I'm not sure exactly which one.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't run a Mac, so I can't tell you.
Go to the App Store, see if you can find Polo, and download it. I would assume if it shows up, it's compatible with your device, or it might say it's not compatible. Okay, there. So he does have the Apple Silicon, so you can run Polo on it. That's what I would recommend.
Listen, if I was an Apple person and you couldn't run Polo, I would switch.
Yeah.
Polo is just like game changer for sure.
Terry wants to know if Molly ever got her package that she was missing for the Christmas party.
To my knowledge, no. The last time I talked to her, no. Well, I did talk to her today when she hunted me, but I didn't ask her that on the air. But the last time I talked to her over the internet, it was a no.
A lot of good suggestions for Apple software. well, not necessarily Apple software, but software that'll work on that are coming in. So I'll get you started. I've heard Rumlog is pretty good for Apple stuff. I've never used it personally, but I've heard it was pretty good.
I'm just not an Apple guy. Like I've used a lot of their things, and it's just not for me. Like the iPhones, I hate an iPhone. Absolutely hate it. And the people who love iPhones absolutely hate an Android. So, it's just a preference thing. Matter of fact, I once had a phone that you could actually choose which operating system you wanted to run on it. You could run Apple on it, or you could run Android on it.
Nokia OS.
And of course, I run the Android. But the girl I was with at the time had the same phone, and she ran iPad. And I'd pick up her phone and I'd throw it right back down.
Yeah, I picked up an old free to me, an older iPad, but I mean it's so old I can't upgrade it past a certain point. I can't get it to the latest iOS or iPad OS, whatever they're calling it. But fun to play with. I got Discord on it, and I got Polo. Polo works on it.
Yeah, I mean it's just one of those preference things.
I'd still rather use my tablet, my Samsung tablet.
I had an Apple all-in-one computer. You remember the all-in-one computers?
Yeah,
everything in the screen and stuff. I had one of those one time, and it was okay. But
different
can't
world,
ever go
man.
back to Windows, and I only have one with N3FJP and N1MM.
I'm not a big Apple person either. Sometimes. Now, I mean, now I say this, but if any of you have seen me lately, and you'll see me down in Orlando, you'll notice that my main camera that I use for filming now is an iPhone. I'm still not an Apple person, but I'll be the first to admit that iPhone cameras are quality. Their cameras are amazing.
That's what I miss about I used to only run the Samsung S series.
Yep.
And the camera on those were just outrageous.
Matter
of fact, I've got one sitting right here that I still will use for filming. This is not my phone.
My daily driver right here is an S21 Ultra.
Yeah,
and I have another S21 Ultra just dedicated for video work, but the iPhone is actually better than that.
Really? Okay.
Don't kill me. But it is.
I don't care.
So yeah, I mean, I use an iPhone for filming, and it's either an iPhone or another S21 Ultra that I have, or my action cam. That's my main three for making videos.
You're still using the Osmo 4?
Yeah.
Okay.
3.
You're using the 3?
Yeah, okay. 3. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I'll use the 4. That's what I use. That's been my main camera for quite a while.
I think it's the 3. I mean, look.
Yeah, mine's definitely a 4. It says Action 4 on it.
Let me search Osmo. Let me look at my orders. No, that's the DJI Mini. I'm sorry. I didn't order it from. Must have ordered it straight from the. Okay.
Anyway, while he's looking at that, yeah. Is anybody having good weather right now? I've seen plenty of snow pictures and stuff like that. I have avoided the snow. I mean, other than a couple of dustings here, I've avoided the snow so far this year.
I'm sorry, you were right. Let's see. I got the Action 4 Adventure combo.
I thought so.
Yep. The weather's not been bad here. It's been chilly in the morning today compared to the last 2 days. It was actually cold to us, but it's heated up nice.
Aaron says 60 today in Kentucky. Yeah, it was nice today, but here's the other part. So if I want to go to a place kind of close, and when I say kind of close, I mean within 45 minutes of here, that I can actually set at a picnic table and activate. Not sit in a car or not, well, there is one place closer that I could set at a picnic table and activate, but it's dumb to go there because it's it's about 15 minutes and then you can go another 20 minutes, another 5 minutes and add another park to it. But you have to sit in the car. But anyway, if I want to go to a picnic table, there's only two choices within 40 some minutes. And the problem with them is if it is 50 degrees outside, at either one of those places, one will be about 10 to 15 degrees colder and windy, and the other one will be about 20 degrees colder and probably windy. We went out the other day, me and Josh, and it was really nice here. We left here in t-shirts. We got there, I put on my black jacket and my heavy jacket and my toboggan. I mean, that's what kind of difference it was. So
it's supposed to be wicked like next week. I mean, like some weird swings in temperature here. Like okay, like Friday into Saturday is supposed to be low of 35, high of 65. And then it swings up to the next day 48 and 75, and then 44 and 66. It's just all over the place.
That's the problem. That's the problem with my head right now. Because I'm getting, when I'm out, I'm hitting both of those spectrums. You know what I'm saying? I might hit, I might hit 60 degrees and then still be out in the same day and hit 30 degrees. And it's got my sinus is so messed up. Matter of fact, when I got up this morning, I stood up, almost fell over, put my hand on the desk, sat there for a minute, took a step, almost fell over, stood there for a second, took 2 more steps, and almost fell over. My equilibrium was just screwed because of my sinuses in my head.
Yep. Not letting the fluid drain from your ears. Yeah.
It was crazy. Terry said I shiver like a chihuahua.
Speaking of fluid draining from your ears, it is flu season, by the way. But I forgot what I was going to say about that. Oh, the newest COVID test actually tests for flu A and flu B as well as COVID now, interestingly enough. So you can actually give yourself a flu test if you get the newer COVID test. You don't have to go to the doctor to figure out if you have COVID or the flu. You can do it at home. I think it's pretty cool.
Terry, if you shiver like a chihuahua, you should do like Roxy and sit all day on a heating pad underneath the blankets.
Michael wants to know what camera I'm using to stream right now. Before I answer that, does it look like crap?
60 and rain Thursday, then 35 and flurries in West Virginia Friday. That sounds about right.
A lot of people don't believe me when I tell them what camera I'm using to stream right now. That's why I asked. It's not expensive at all. It's just a Logitech 4K webcam that clips on the top of the monitor.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. You don't have to have an expensive camera when you're streaming on your computer. You have to have good lighting. Dan always has better lighting than me. Always. I guarantee you my camera that's up there is more expensive than Dan's Logitech.
Oh, yeah, I guarantee you. No, it's just a little Logitech 4K webcam. I got 2 of them. I got one for an overhead shot over here, and that one. But yeah, it's in the lighting.
And Dan's always looks better than mine because it's a lighting thing. And I've got this. Matter of fact, I've got the same lighting as Dan. Dan just sets his up better than me. The only reason why I was able to get that camera though was because I got it on a Black Friday special, and I think I got that camera for like $68, and it's like a $300 and some dollar camera.
Yeah. The it's yeah, I wear more makeup. That's what it is. No, you can make any camera look good. Like you said, it's the lighting and setting your exposure properly, contrast, all that stuff. And you can make any camera look good in post. So the trick to live video is you adjust your camera parameters. So my camera is not set auto anything except for focus. That way I can come in here and it will focus, or I can come back out here and it will refocus on me. The only thing auto about the camera is focus.
See, I really don't even look like this in person. This is just an AI picture up here right now.
Everything else is set manually in the camera controls, the exposure level and everything. That way it won't adjust. Like if I turn my big overhead lights off, the camera will not compensate. It stays at the same exposure level. So no matter what I do, it's all the same. You can expect the same result every time, I guess is what you're saying. But no,
he says that, but yet he gets back stream and swears all his settings are changed and goes crazy sometimes.
They do, because sometimes they reset in OBS for some reason. I don't know why OBS does that. It is weird how it does it. That's why I got them all written down over here, so I can just quickly just move the sliders and everything right back to where they were.
Well, you know, if I would go to the eye doctor and get a better prescription, I'd probably do better with my lighting too, because I'm like, oh my goodness, I look so white right now, because I do look white right now.
Not bad, but
it all looks the same to me with this prescription. So
I've had a lot of people ask me too. I'm gonna say they say what kind of lights. I can give you I can tell you what kind, but my lighting setup for my camera settings, my skin tone, my green screen is going to be different. My numbers are not going to be the same as anybody else's.
Yeah, like I said, I'm using the exact same lighting that Dan got. Dan gave me the link for my lighting.
But I mean, for all I know, you might not have your lights at the same color temperatures I got mine either.
Well, I guarantee I don't.
Yeah. Or my little side lights that give me fill, they're at actually a warmer color temperature than my overhead lights. And it just all kind of blends together. No, I can't give anybody settings to how to set up their stuff because everything's different. I mean, I can sit there myself and set it up if I'm in front of the computer, but trial and error. That's what it is. Trial and error.
You'd think we'd get ham radio. You'd think we'd get ham radio questions. We get. What camera are you using?
The Buc-ee's bathroom. That's right.
Oh Lord. Anyway, I know most of you guys in here are pro CW people, but is there anybody in here that's been trying to follow my 12 days of CW Christmas and trying to learn a little bit? Dan, you don't need my 12 days of Christmas.
I learned the letter A and B yesterday.
You're on day number 1 then.
Yeah. Got to start somewhere. Don't ridicule me. I'm a beginner. You have to start somewhere. No, I'm liking the series. I mean, I actually am. I watch them even though I don't need to learn the letters, but to me, it's a nice, quick refresher because every day I try to every day. I don't every day like I should. I'll be the first to admit it. I try to every day do a little bit of Morse code. So even if it's just simple stuff like A and B, it's still something in my ear. You know what I mean? So yeah, I like it.
Ryan says I'm following them left-handed over to Cootie. Whatever floats your boat, buddy. I wish Steven was in here because I want to know if he worked me on a straight key today. I asked him at the end of it and he was done gone, but I'm pretty sure he worked me on a straight key.
Ain't nothing straight about that boy.
Yeah, there's that too.
The letter P does, you know, Terry, a matter of fact, P gives me trouble too sometimes, and I send it every time I see Q. Just like
you send P every time you see Q?
Yeah, POTA.
Oh, okay.
POTA. And It's the common letters that give me trouble. Like
It's
sometimes W will give me trouble, and I like it's in my call sign.
P does not give me trouble sending. Of course, I send it more than you do, of course, because I send CQ POTA and I send Kilo Echo 8 Papa Zoo November. But sometimes in a big, huge pile up, somebody will throw their call and it'll have a P in it and it'll mess me up. It'll just totally mess me up. Andrew says F and L. And
Yeah, I got over my
let me see.
I got over my problems with F and L really quick.
I want to make sure this episode's done came out.
Let me tell you what got me over my F and L is having Kilo 4 Lima India hunt you over and over and over and over again. You'll learn the L.
I can tell you that in one of the episodes you'll have to deal with that. I don't remember if it's tomorrow's or if it was the one that came out today. But yeah, you'll have to deal with that. And things like that, when you have to deal with them back to back, really, really will mess with a person. Just like
U and D.
What's that one call? It's something like Whiskey 5 India Hotel Sierra or something stupid like that. It's like a machine gun.
Yep. Let's see, your backwards will be, let's see, F and L, P and Z, U and D will be backwards, R and K, C and no. There's nothing opposite of C. Y is close to some, like Y and C sometimes I get messed up.
Y and Q.
Y and Q and yeah. P and X, you're right. Yep. X.
You know, so with the F and the L was never a problem for me. The F was always a big problem for me.
It's just practice. I mean, you'll get it, dude. It's just hearing it over and over and over again. Eventually, one day, for no reason whatsoever, it'll just click.
I send CW every day, and I mess up every day. Even you know, I'll be filming these things, and I'll mess up sometimes, filming the things, knowing what I'm going to send. But in the heat of calling people back, I mess up all the time. And the good thing is a lot of POTA hunters, they just want to be in the log so bad. If they hear anything close to their call sign, they just think it's hit and go with it, which is a bad thing for you if I send it wrong. Because I've done that before intentionally. I've intentionally sent somebody's call wrong.
And they'll say, Roger.
Just for them to go send me a signal report back and go away with it. And I logged them right. But sometimes I will do that. But sometimes I'll tell you one that I mess up a lot is November 8 Sierra Tango Hotel. I mess up Seth a lot. I'll either hit November 8 India Tango Sierra, or you know, I'll leave some dits out or something. I do it quite a bit.
Terry says if he hears Q, he'll reply.
Yeah, I know. We know, Terry. If you hear A or B or C or D or E, anything with a question mark, Terry will reply to you.
If you're just in the learning stages of CQ, I'm saying CQ and then CW, and you're just starting out, I highly recommend just using your phone camera or something and recording yourself. Learn. Not to post anywhere or anything. Just keep them, and then in 2 or 3 or 4 months from now, when you think you're not making any progress, go back and watch, the first couple of videos. And you'll see how far you've actually progressed, even though you might not think you're making any progress.
Ryan says, when you mess up, do you prefer E or restarting back a few characters? I do both. Sometimes I'll just totally restart the call sign. And sometimes I'll just machine gun it. I don't even send a set number of E's even. I make sure it's enough.
I don't think I have a set number for a mess up either, but I'll always resend whatever the whole entirety of what I was trying to send, whether it be like a word, I'll resend the word, or if it's a call sign, I'll resend the call sign, just so the other person's not confused. Well,
And another thing that I'll really machine gun, I'll send 20 or 30 E's, is
yeah,
if I go Kilo 8 question mark and somebody just blasts through, sends a call sign, goes straight into a signal report, and does like a 50-mile paragraph. And when that starts, I just sit there and hold down the E, and all that go, and they're still going. I hold down the E some more, and then finally I hold it down. There's nobody there, and I'll hit my automatic CQ button.
I'd say my E's, if I'm sending 22 words per minute, so get that 22 word per minute kind of feel in your head, Brian. My mess up E's are probably like dit, and I'll probably send 4 of them and then resend. So yeah, I mean, I'll go from 22 down to dit, and then I'll resend.
Thank you very much for the super chat or super sticker, Terry. The super sticker. Or should I say thanks for the go popular?
Go popular.
Hey,
Hey, you could have sent like 5,000 of those for that.
I'll tell you what, some of these guys really like my TikTok streams only because the band conditions are bad. And eventually they'll sit there in the chat and like, I'm trying. At one point today, Mike had kept saying he was trying, and it totally went null. I said, okay, Mike, nobody's calling. Call now. Mike, call now. And he called, and he was a 119, and he worked me.
I don't know if it was just me today or not, but 30 meters this morning was rough.
30 meters was good for me. That's what was weird. Probably. So I did CW first, and I didn't do it on stream. I just did it because CW on stream is way too hard because I'm trying to pay attention to this and trying to pay attention to radio. I'm trying to pay attention to too much. And so I did 40, 30, and 20 CW and did really good. So then I go to stream. I'm like, okay, all the bands are going to be great. No. All the higher bands were horrible. 10, 12, 15, 17, they were all horrible.
What did Terry do to the bands?
I don't know. I told them that they wasn't giving me enough likes on my stream. That they had to get to a certain amount of likes to turn the propagation on. And you know what? Once they got to that set amount of likes, 20 meters was just gold when I went there.
Yeah, Aaron says he tries to listen to most of your CW activations, starting to catch on. Yeah, another good operator to listen to will be like WB0RLJ, my buddy Jim. He's a really, really, really great CW operator. You can catch him on, listen to his activations. Bill Brown, listen to Bill's.
I will tell you what, I appreciate the hunters that pay attention and listen because I really like to work multiple people in a row. It's just my thing, and that's what I like to do. And matter of fact, today I did it back to back. So I worked 2 people, and then went did, and then I worked 2 more people, and went did, and people were paying attention. But a lot of times people won't do that. I think Brian was one of the ones I worked in a double today. Pretty sure he was. And I'm saying Brian because he was the second person. Of course, the first person's going to pick out his call. But a lot of people don't pay attention after that. Of course, some people don't pay attention in pile-ups after that. If they're not the first one, then you call the next person to call them back, and then you have to call them back again. So
some people just don't even know their call, which is awesome. Oh yeah, there's a lot of ham maps out there. Yeah, for sure.
You know, that the only thing I would like to have an Apple phone for. That I just thought about that is they've got a really good satellite tracking app. Terry, what's my call again?
Yeah.
Don't worry, you'll guess it right on one of the question marks you answer tomorrow. Oh, fun stuff, I tell you.
Turn my fan on, man. It's actually getting toasty in here. Speaking of weather, getting warm in the shack.
Yep, that's it. Keep it late golf.
The people with the bugs don't bother me. I can copy a bug fairly easy. It's the ones that, if you look at the recent activation I did under the club call, I posted it on YouTube. KF8 EMI CW activation at Sneed's Lake. There was somebody in that video that hit me with a straight key that put very, very, very little to no spacing between their letters, and it threw me for a loop.
You know what's kind of funny is, so I'm teaching, you know, the 12 day of Christmas. Basically, I'm teaching you the whole alphabet and all the numbers. And I'm doing it at like 22 words a minute. But I'm putting in really big spacing. And nobody has had problems. I've asked multiple times and nobody's complained about me going too fast or anything. So, you know, I wish I would have learned it a little big. Now, I heard somebody today say they was learning at like 30 words a minute. That's a little crazy because if you're learning at 30 words a minute, you're learning above the whole POTA caliber hunter.
I mean, what would that? Let me turn my break-in off here.
I can send it 30.
Yeah.
$30 and $20 sounds, there's a big difference in it though.
Yeah.
I didn't hear your radio.
No, I don't hear my radio either. Oh, because it's muted.
Oh.
Oh my God. There
we go.
All right. So you're doing what, like 22?
Yeah.
You're A and B?
Yeah.
Now, all right. So if you're learning at 30, it's this. Actually, I even messed up. I sent D. Yeah, that's pretty quick.
Yeah, I mean, in my opinion, it's a little too fast to learn. In the expert's opinion, I'm teaching people way too fast to learn though.
Worked a guy today that was spotted at 43. Now that's smoking.
Yeah, that. I mean, there's people out there to do it. All the DX, they don't know how to go below 43. I don't think.
Brian says 30 is his sweet spot. Let's see. I can do it. Yeah.
Yeah, I can send it.
I don't know about copying at 30. I can send it 30 all day long.
It's cool because when I'm getting to the reviews now, because I'm several days into numbers too. So I've got several numbers that I can work with. The reviews are not necessarily people's call signs, but they're set in call sign format. But I did actually throw in an actual call sign, and I can't say who it is because that episode drops tomorrow. But it's a cool one.
Ever tell you what my favorite number was?
Your favorite number?
I love that number. I will send that all day long. A matter of fact, 6-7.
It'll sound the same way the 7300 sounds at 30 words a minute, Brian.
I don't know. I hear the receiver is about as good as the DX10.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I don't know, man. I bet you the 7300 Mark II sounds better than the 7300 at 30 words a minute. Has to be. It's the Mark II. Everything's better, right? You haven't got? Yeah, that's right. You haven't. Maybe I should order one and get it like tomorrow.
This is what's weird. This is what's weird. So, I've always said that ICOM has a great receiver and they have a great screen. I've always said that. But I watched a comparison today on the ICOM 705 against the FTX1.
Mm-hmm.
And the FTX1 screen is 4 times crisper and clearer than the 705. The guy even doing the review said that.
Yeah, 705 is a different breed. But if they would take the screen out of my 7610, the resolution of that screen, and put it in my 101D, I would be in hog heaven.
Yeah, they have. That's like when I was originally looking at my first radio. I was looking at the 991A, which I wanted. And then somebody was trying to talk me into a 7300. And I did a lot of research and I did a lot of not sleeping for several weeks because I was getting ready to pull the trigger on the radio. This guy had even offered me a $400 ICOM microphone and something else if I got the ICOM that he was going to send me. But I stuck with my gut and I'm glad I did. But their screen is extremely nice. It really is.
I mean, I can live without the screen, to be honest. I mean, my 7610 is that way. My 101D is that way. I can use both of them at any time right now. I got them hooked up. But I still prefer to use my 101D, even though the screen is a lot more crisp and prettier to me on the 7610, because 101D to me hears better. I can filter better. I just overall hear better because I can filter better.
Mm-hmm.
And the filtering is easier.
And my thing is I don't use the screen.
Yeah.
I could care less about the screen.
Yeah.
It just, it's not a big thing to me. I don't look for signals on the screen because people's going to look for my signal on the screen. I don't, it's just not something I care about.
A couple of times out in the field, I wish I had a waterfall, a live waterfall on my 891, because if you're out there trying to find a frequency on a busy band, it does make it a little easier to find a gap, rather than just scrolling and listening. But yeah, other than that, I haven't really missed it. I would miss it here at the shack for sure, because I like looking down going, you're 4 wide.
Does your 101 have averaging when it comes to the screen?
What do you mean by averaging?
So you can hit the averaging button and you can adjust a dB on your waterfalls and clear up the noise and stuff like that. Okay. Yeah.
I do that in a combination with my attenuator. So I take out like a baseline of my noise level without the attenuator on, and I'll clear up my waterfall. So you can set the waterfall background dB, and I'll set that per band. Then I'll turn the attenuator on. So my bands, I mean, if you look at my waterfall, my noise level looks quiet, but it's really not too quiet.
You've fixed it. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. But it helps you hear better too when you do that. Now you can also just ride the RF gain But the weird thing about the Yaesu versus the ICOM is when you ride the RF gain, it doesn't change the waterfall at all. So I can turn my RF gain all the way down right now. I'm actually not receiving a thing, but I still see signals on my waterfall.
Josh, have you ever seen bleachers in the middle of nowhere?
Yeah.
Yes, I have. I've sat on them and made funny faces.
Yeah, BC tune is great. I don't know if the Mark II has it or not, Brian. I mean, I wouldn't know. I don't have one. Oh man, we're just giving you crap because we love you. I'm sure everything.
I was gonna review one live on the stream tonight, Brian, but I decided I better not.
You know, if you did that, you know what Brian would do? If you pulled out a Mark II right now and started to do a review, he would pick up a box of Ghirardelli chocolates and probably just throw it across the room. I'm telling you, he would be so mad.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I don't know. I don't look at the waterfalls. I just go. If it sounds clear, I call as this frequency and use 3 times, and then I go.
Oh, you live on the edge doing it 3 times.
It's just
my food of thought is you never do it 3 times because a net will start. Oh, sorry. I got my nervous tick. You remember?
That's why your radio was silenced.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, lucky right now, if mine was on and I started doing that, I'd be fine because my break-in is turned off where I've been making these videos and stuff. So,
well, mine wasn't that day. And I'll sit here and just play with my key. And normally it's on sideband, so I don't worry about it. And I don't have the auto CW mode turned on. But there was one day I was sitting there just fiddling with my key on a stream, and I'm hearing this clicking in my left ear. I'm like, what is that clicking? It's my amp over there turning on and off. I'm like, what the heck? So I start playing with my key again, and I'm sending right on top of a CW activator. I worked before stream, and he's probably thinking I'm a lid or something, which I guess I was.
Gene, I have never used a 6200. I was this close to buying one. I mean, like this close. And then I got the deal on my Elecraft, and I didn't do it after that, of course.
I have not heard anything bad. I've used a 6100.
I've heard only good things about them.
Yep, I had a 6100 before I got my KX2, and I sold my 6100, but never had a 6200. But I haven't heard anything bad either. So, if you want to go the small form factor, QRP route, it's a good little radio.
I'm gonna go back to when I get to Florida because it's gonna be warm. I'm gonna do some activating again with really small radios. Just for giggles. And you know what cracks me up is the soda people who say that like the 705 and the FTX1 are just too big to do it for soda.
Yeah.
Guys, it's not that hard to pack one of those radios up.
Yeah, but
either one of those.
The hardcore soda people, if it's bigger than remember the old box of matches, not the book of matches. If it's bigger than this, it's like too big.
This is about the biggest you're going to go on a soda.
Yeah, like.
And I mean, listen, I'm fat and out of shape, and there are times that I will do really hard hiking sodas, and I'll take my 100-watt radio. Now, most of the time I won't, but
let's see, 6200 because you don't think you can afford a KX2. Well, let me tell you what: if you save up, you can.
Mm-hmm.
If you buy a 6200, that's just more you have to save to get your KX2. Just think of it that way. Now, see, my KX2 doesn't have a waterfall, and I love that radio. But I don't I don't use it for sideband. I don't need a waterfall for CW. You know,
I'd like to have a KX2. I've got the 3. But
I thought about getting a 3, and then I looked at the form factor differences. And I'm glad I got the 2 over the 3, to be honest.
I have no problem with the 3.
Yeah, so
but I would like to have a 2. But
really nice radio.
I'd like to have a 1. But
I'd like to have the KH1.
Yeah, the KH1.
Yeah. I would also like to have like a K4D, but I don't see that happening.
I don't see me in the near future getting another QRP radio. I've got way too many QRP radios.
Curtis, it's been doing that for a couple of weeks, buddy. Good to see you, by the way. Kilo Bravo 3, Charlie, Mike Tango, Roger.
Yeah, it's messed with me and Dan because we don't know who a lot of people are.
Yeah, it's been like that for a couple of weeks now. I don't like it either. I don't think anybody does, but
I mean, I'm looking at the chat tonight, and at least we're seeing call signs on everybody's name. You know, for the most part, but the first couple of weeks, we'd see names like, who's that? You know, I would like to have one of them FX4CRs. I really would. I'd like to have one of those. I've heard nothing but good things on them. Just when I say I'm not going to get another QRP radio, I say, ooh, I would like to have that one.
See, the FX, man, that's almost $550 worth of radio. It looked nice, though.
I didn't say I was going to get one, but if one presented itself in typical James Big Show fashion, I would get it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's about the size of your hand from what I'm seeing on the pictures. A guy holding it in the palm of his hand.
Well, like I said, when I get to Florida, I'm going to go back to little radio at least once a week. Do little radio, and when I say little radio, I mean smaller than my FTX1 and my KX3. I'm going to do like my Mountain Topper and my QDMX and stuff.
You know, I tell you what, when you get down to Orlando, not on your way down, when you get down to Orlando, I'm sure they'll have the FX4CR at the Hamfest somewhere. I'll buy you one. I'll buy you one if you want to give me your FTX1.
I'm just going to say no to that.
No, I mean, it's worth a try. I mean, the worst you could do is say no.
I'm going to tell you right now, you couldn't buy me one of those and give me your whatever your big eye crap radio is.
The 7610.
Yeah, the 7610. Yeah. You wouldn't get my FTX1.
Yeah, I don't know. That 7610 is my baby. I legally stole that radio.
You did.
You remember? Yeah, you did. Remember. Yeah.
That's why I said if I could get an FX4CR at James Hamfest price.
Yeah.
Because we all know that I have a habit of going to Hamfest.
Yeah.
And getting some really good deals. And I already have one thing that's on my list looking for.
USDX is an 8-bander. Yeah, I didn't even look. How many bands does the FX4CR, how many bands does it cover? I didn't look on the page. I just looked at the price in a picture of it. All of them. I would say all of them. All the normal ones, like 80 through 10. So, yeah, cool. Yeah. I can live with that. 80 through 10 is pretty much all you need in the field anyway, unless you wanted to play on 6 or something like that.
So let's see. We've got 2 shenanigans left in the year and 2 more happy hours left in the year after tonight, right?
Yeah, and didn't you say we have a shenanigans no, we have a happy hour on New Year's Eve.
We have a happy hour on Christmas Eve and a happy hour on New Year's Eve. Next week will be our Christmas show, and the 31st will be our goal stream.
Yeah.
And with that being said, if there are people that have some worthy goals for 2026, shoot me a message because I'm looking for people to come on the goal stream. I'd like to have 5 or 6 people. I like to have quite a few people. Maybe you guys can talk me into having some because right now I got a blank space, baby.
We'll just make you go first.
Oh, if I go first, it'll be great. We go. I do have one, and it's not even radio related, but it deals with radio. So
They're going to be a yearly goal wrap up stream. You can do it right now. The last hump day before Christmas Eve.
Here we got like 2 minutes left in this.
Oh, that's plenty. Just talk fast. check. No,
I mean, most my goals either got annihilated or totally put off because of the end of the year situation that became of me. So
you had a wrench. You had a wrench thrown in some of your goals. It just wasn't in the cards.
Yeah, it wasn't in the cards for me to finish some of my goals.
That's right. Oh my gosh. Worked on Georgia. Yeah. Got it. Awesome.
So buy a house. Oh wait, you mean ham radio go? Yeah. Which buying a house could be a ham radio goal because it could be buying a house with a big room for a shack.
That's called buying a shack. That's right.
And then talk about what shack experience you're going to have there.
John, AC8XU, are you single or married? Because if you're single, you basically just bought a shack, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bought your ham shack. That's what you did.
You know, have you seen some of those? They're tiny homes, but they're like fold out.
Yeah.
You order them, and they actually fold out.
Yeah.
I mean, I would love for there to be like a factory that you could go see those because they look cool as crap. He says married, so no, he can't just buy.
Yeah, you have to maintain yourself to 1 or 2 rooms, depending.
Brian said his goals was pretty tame last year. I have some interesting stuff that I'm going to do next year, but I wouldn't say they were goals. We'll say
3D printed house.
Yeah, I don't know that I would like that.
Yeah. Hope they don't. I hope they don't do it in PLA. That would suck in the summertime, wouldn't it?
My house is melting. My house is melting.
Oh my God.
Oh Lord. Anyway, Dan, what you got coming up?
Oh, not a lot, man. Hopefully everybody's having a good week so far, and we'll have a good rest of the week for the weekend coming up. Thanks for joining us on Hump Day Happy Hour today. I'm going to drop a couple links here in the chat over to our Patreon page where you can become a member if you're not already, and to the Discord, because that's where we're going to be going after the stream here to our Wednesday after chat over in Discord, which is a Patreon benefit. And hit the like button, hit the subscribe, like and subscribe here on YouTube. It doesn't cost you a dime, and it helps us out a great deal. And James is going to let you know about the after chat.
Aaron says the 3D printed houses are concrete. Who has a concrete 3D printer?
Sounds cool, though.
I'm going to send you some files. I need some prints. Anyway, yeah. So for myself, I'm going to go in there and grab something really quick to eat and then run back in here. And I'm going over to After Chat. After Chat is a Patreon benefit, but lucky for you, you can go over to Patreon and try it free for 7 days. And you'll get into After Chat tonight if you message me or Dan and let us know you signed up for that free trial, because we won't know if you didn't, and then you won't get in that Discord room if we don't know it. So yeah, go try it out for free for 7 days, and you probably like the benefits, because once you hit the POTA spotter, in Discord and you're activated twice as fast as you normally are, you're gonna stay a Patreon. That's worth it right there. It's worth its weight in gold. But anyway, other than that, I'll be out tomorrow activating. I'll be streaming on TikTok. I'll be dropping a 12-day Christmas video tomorrow at 4. Tomorrow's video is drop is at 4 o'clock because it's always when I drop 4 o'clock. But then after that, I'll go back to morning. And there's one of them coming out every day between now and Christmas. Remember, it's a Christmas countdown. You start at video number 12 and go backwards. So 12 to 1. And I got news. I'm not going to let you hanging after you learn the whole alphabet and the numbers, but they won't be coming every day then. So I'll keep you guys practicing. We're going to turn 2026 into another big CW year. You know, when people come to my funeral one day, it's going to be people sitting outside sending CW. They're going like, this guy got me into this. This guy got me into this. People's going to be dropping more paddles in my casket than Brian has in his doors, y'all.
Oh, that's great.
Anyway, guys, thanks for hanging out with us tonight, and we'll catch you on the air or after chat. Hopefully, 73, everybody.
See you guys.